You can use the HDMI output of the Transformer Prime for video mirroring and for gameplay, but you have to be a little careful because the micro HDMI connector is very, very sensitive, and just jiggling it a little will cause the screen to go blank. See, I just picked it up, and okay, there it came back. But we'll try doing some play of Grand Theft Auto 3.
This is Hit Radio, Love Media Station, just one of 900 radio stations, 300 TV stations, 4 networks, 3 satellites, 10 senators. Hit Radio. You're listening to Hit Radio, the rock of Liberty City for 60 years.
And let's see if I can get my video to come back on. There it is. Yeah, but you see the problem. It's hard to get very active with your gameplay when the screen is constantly cutting out on you. Now let's see what Grand Theft Auto looks like using AirPlay video mirroring on the iPad. Notice the screen's a lot smaller.
This is Hit Radio, Love Media Station, just one of 900 radio stations, 300.
Even though GTA 3 isn't optimized for high-definition TV, the experience is so much more immersive when played on a large-screen TV.
You're listening to Hit Radio, the rock of Liberty City for 60 years. I'm DJ Michael Hunt taking you through another set of non-stop rock and pop. It's Hit Radio.
The controls work just as well as they do when playing in pure tablet mode. And there's no problem of dropout of frames or screen refresh, even though the iPad is transmitting all the screen data wirelessly to the Apple TV. But in order for AirPlay to work really well, there are some conditions that have to be met. And the main one is that the Apple TV, your iPad, and your wireless router all need to be in the same room. If they're too far apart, you'll run into problems with screen refresh and controllability.
This is the place right here. Let's get off the...
Sky Gambler's Air Supremacy is optimized for high-definition output through AirPlay. Once again, the controls work just fine, but there is a bug in the program, and the bug is visible in the flashing numerals to the left and right. Those are supposed to be the airspeed and altitude indicators, but for some reason they don't work, even though they work in normal tablet mode. Here I'm trying to land back at the airstrip, and I'm going to blow right by because I can't tell how fast I'm going. GPS works quite well on the new iPad, even better than the iPad 2, which had a very good GPS. It's somewhat more accurate and somewhat quicker to get a fix. In the following sequence, I compare videos shot with the iPad 2, the new iPad, and Transformer Prime. The iPad 2 records in 720p format, so it doesn't quite fill our 1080p screen. The new iPad is a vast improvement with 1080p recording and a sharper image, although there is some motional blur because it only records at 30 frames per second. The Transformer Prime also records 1080p video and also shows some motional blur. Next, I compare stills from the new iPad and the Transformer Prime. It seems to me that the new iPad still is just a little bit sharper.
Well, it certainly was an interesting comparison between the Asus Transformer Prime and Apple's new iPad, and not really too surprising that the Apple iPad still comes out on top. At least it does in my opinion. It's everything. It's the wonderful screen, which I've called the post-high definition screen in a recent article I wrote, as well as the robust and powerful iOS operating system, the huge ecosystem of applications, as well as the wonderful infrastructure that Apple has built with iCloud and their accessories such as Apple TV, which works so well with iOS. When you consider the total package, I don't think there's anything better on the market right now than the new iPad from Apple. Now, I do plan a review of the Asus Transformer Prime. I didn't really want to belabor its shortcomings in this review, but I will, in a future review, probe a little bit more deeply into its problems and come up with some theories about why it has the shortcomings that it has. Now, a year from now, of course, there'll probably be a fourth generation iPad that comes out, sometime around March. And there may actually be viable competitors at that time. A year from now, Windows 8 tablets should have arrived, and it is conceivable. It really is that Windows 8 tablets could offer viable competition to the Apple iPad. But of course, the iPad's a moving target, and we'll just have to see how things develop. In the meantime, the new iPad from Apple is by far the best ultralight tablet device available, and you just can't go wrong with it. Anyway, that's what I think about it. Thanks for watching.